Yes, Islanders, you read that title right. Cruise ship leaves woman on island. That was the initial accusation by a woman cruising Celebrity Cruises who had fun during the day. She shows up to get back on the ship and the ship is not there. You and I have cruised enough to know cruise ships don't just leave people. Passengers are late. We've got this story that's blowing up on social media, over 5 million views on TikTok. We've got the story for you on the show today. Plus, another woman, she says, you know what? I want to go on a cruise and I don't want to pay for it. Let me get everybody's credit card. 8 credit cards is the accusation. And let me go on a cruise. Royal Caribbean cruise, $22,000. We've got that story for you as well. And Carnival made a big announcement last year that so many of you check with me weekly. Derek, what's the latest? What's the latest? We're talking about sports betting. There is an update finally. We're going to have it on the other side of the intro. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there right now on Island Time. A big happy Thursday to all you Islanders. We hope you're having a great day. We thank you for stopping by the show. This is Island Time, and I am Derek. We have the latest in cruising and cruise news. We're excited today because we had to stay up last night. We stayed up to check in for our March 18th Carnival Vista cruise. We stayed up because check-in process for Carnival starts for Platinum and Diamond and Suite Guest 16 days. Before your sell date. Everyone else, it's 14 days, but it's the same process. We stayed up. You can check in at midnight Eastern time, 11 o'clock Central time where I live. We got, of course, the 10 o'clock coveted check-in time, Zone A1. I've got a tips and tricks video. If you want the earliest check-in time available, if you want to get on board first, click the link right here. You can watch that video. It will help you make sure you get on board as soon as you can. Let's talk cruise news, why don't we? There's several stories in the news cycle today. There's an update from Carnival Cruise Line. I mentioned in the intro, I get asked about this multiple times per week. I have asked casino hosts on my recent cruises over New Year's, over Thanksgiving, and they said, it's coming, it's coming. Here's what it is. Several months ago, we reported that BetMGM and Carnival had entered into an agreement to provide sports betting kiosk and windows on cruise ships for Carnival Corporation, specifically Carnival Cruise Line and Princess Cruise Line. It's been months and months since we've heard any type of update. But look at this right here. We're not the only ones asking Rodney Clevenger. He had a question. He asked John Hild yesterday, any update on the relationship with BetMGM Sports? I saw this question. I did not think there would be much of an update. There is. Look at what John Hild says. Nothing at the moment, but, and this is a big but, okay? Sometime during the month of March, there's a big sports event in the month of March, right? Maybe a March Madness, the NCAA tournament, the Masters, first week of April. Nothing yet, but sometime during the month of March, there will be an official press release of that, which I will share with you. Thank you so much. All of you sports bettors, it's coming to you. Will you play on board? To me, I enjoy playing sports betting a little bit. A lot of times, especially on cruise ships, maybe my $100 bill will last a little bit longer betting on a game, 2.5, 3 hours, rather than going to play craps, going to roulette, right? I can burn through that pretty quick. Will you play, and what sports will you play? Let us know in the comment section below. We're excited to keep you updated, and maybe something comes in March Madness. That would be so much fun. Listen to this next story here. Identity theft and fraud. It's a problem in our country. Many of us have probably been impacted by identity theft. I was years ago. The most awkward charge, I saw the electronics charges. You see those. You see people buying gift cards when they steal your identity. The person that stole my identity years ago, there was a purchase from 1-800-Flowers.com. And it just warmed my heart to know that as he was stealing from me, he or she was stealing from me, he was thinking of someone else. I better send my boo some flowers. I better send mama some flowers. Wild, right? We see people steal identities and buy different things, but I don't know if we've seen this before or not. There's an accusation, of course. The court system has to take place. They have to do their job. But there's an accusation of a woman who stole multiple credit cards, eight credit cards, went on a Royal Caribbean cruise for $22,000. She spent $22,000 on a cruise. She's living it up. Listen to this story. She's accused of taking this Royal Caribbean cruise out of Miami. She spent $22,425 on a 7-night cruise on the Oasis of the Seas with 8 credit cards. She was arrested Sunday when she got back, when the ship got back to port. They said, hey, you're not going any further. We're arresting you. They actually found credit cards on her. She's facing 8 counts of grand theft, 8 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card, and 4 counts of unlawful possession of a stolen credit card. But she spent $22,000 on a couple of cabins. Where did she stay? Did she get the penthouse suite? And massages every day? What do you think she spent the $22,000 on? And here's my big question. She knows what she's doing, right? She's done this 8 credit cards. And Royal Caribbean's doing their best to create a great environment for vacation. They do such a great job. They play the right music. They offer the right entertainment. They have drinks flowing, great food. It's easy for you and I to enjoy that environment. Do you think that the accusation is that she stole this money? Do you think she was able to enjoy the 7-day cruise? I don't know how she could sit there and lay out and say, oh, this is great. This is great. You know they're going to find out. Do you think she enjoyed the cruise? Let us know in the comment section below, and listen to this story right here. A cruise ship leaves a woman in Cozumel, Mexico. That was the accusation at first. And I will go ahead and say this. Tesla, the woman that's involved in this story, has already came out and said after. She said, this is my fault. It is. It's my fault. Let's talk about this story right here. Cruise ship leaves woman in Cozumel, Mexico. Tesla Williams, a content creator. She has a TikTok. This has over 5 million views. She's sailing on a celebrity cruise ship. They're in Cozumel, Mexico. She has fun during the day. She has already come out and said, I went to the beach. I enjoyed the beach. I had some drinks. I enjoyed the drinks. And you know what? I took a little siesta. I did. I took a siesta. And when I woke up, I thought it's about time to go back to the ship. So she says, I went back to the ship. And of course, you can see right here. She gone. The ship is gone. She literally says, what the am I supposed to do? I'm literally stuck on an island. That was her content. And she was. We all know. Cruise ships mean business. When they say be back on board, you be back on board, or they'll honk the horn at you, they'll wave at you, and they're gone, right? Here's some user comments here on her post. I thought some of these are funny. I wanted to share them with you. Cruise ships do not leave people who get back on time, one person said. You can be late for everything, but not for a cruise ship. So long, castaway. What are you supposed to do, she asked. Be on time, someone said. No, the boat did not leave you. You did not get on the boat. So many users had negative comments. And she, again, Tesla's come out and said, this is my fault. Here is what happened. Here are some tips to make sure that you don't end up where Tesla was. Make sure you have access to ship time. Make sure you know the ship time before you get off on board. We know that cell phones change times. They advance and they go behind hours. And sometimes you may be using your cell phone and you think it's right and it advances time on you. Make sure that you know the ship's time and set an alarm on your phone of when you need to go. Go ahead and set that alarm while you're on board. Set a timer, matter of fact, while you're on board. It will go off while you're out and about, and you'll know it's time to head back to the ship. Tell the staff, wherever you go to enjoy your day, your excursion, tell the staff, I have to leave here at 4 o'clock. Okay, right now it's this time. I'm leaving at 4. Will you help me? Will you remind me? And they will, I promise you. They will. Make friends with other cruisers who are around you at your excursions. Hey, are you guys on the Carnival Vista? Yes, we are. Okay, we've got to be back at this time. Okay, let's make sure. That way you have more eyes on the clock. You have more people watching, and you're less likely to be left in Cozumel, Mexico. In a follow-up video, and in several follow-up videos now, Tesla has admitted that this was her fault. She shared her story, and she had a couple of options, right? She could fly back home if she wanted to. She would eventually get her luggage, or she could fly to the next port of call, which is what she did. She made it back on board. We are happy about that. But this happens so often, more often than we think. Weekly, if not daily, this happens. People stand around. Have you ever watched pier runners? Do you grab your drink when you're back on board? You grab your guy's burger and you go up to the rail and well, let's see. Let's just see who's running today. Let's see if they make it or if they don't make it. It happens all the time. Hopefully it happens to none of us. What are your tips to make sure that you're on time every time, that you make it back on board, you make it to the next port? Let us know in the comment section below. Some interesting cruise news stories today. We're happy to share those with you. We thank you for sharing your time with us, and we invite you, if you're not an Islander yet, go ahead and subscribe. Be part of this community, and we ask that you also give this video a thumbs up. It will put it in front of other people who enjoy cruising just like us. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the comment section below, on Facebook, and tomorrow right here on Island Time.